Hang it.
We're live.
Alright guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host El Young, and we are here with Silk Spinster. So welcome guys. Could you introduce yourselves and what you do within the band?
Tom, I play guitar and I work better than everyone else.
I'm James, and I like bang drums, and it sounds cool.
Will, bassist. Kai, singer.
Cool. So let's type into some questions. As kids, what were you listening to?
First music I listened to was like just back from soundtrack, Paul Monty and that. And then eventually got some of my dad's CDs, got some Motorhead, some Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden in the shop because I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and they mentioned it, so I bought it. And then from there I just got heavier and heavier. So like got Mad Up CD and black metal, folk metal, all the metal. Yeah.
So I got brought up
Cool.
on your Iron Maiden, stuff like that, your hard rock, and then my favourite band is System of a Down. I love System of a Down. My favourite band. I look like Freddy Krueger with my beak. Yeah, I love System of a Down. They're like the goat. If I could vote anyone for a goat, it would be System of a Down. Yeah, but yeah, that's me.
I think he owns a goat.
Yeah.
You want a goat?
Chickens.
Which is where? Sorry.
The first album I ever bought was Gorillas, which I'm not proud of, but I still enjoy. It. But growing up, I grew up with Alice Cooper, Kiss, and then I got into 80s heavy rock, Motley Crue, rap, Wasp, all that sort of stuff. Hair metal, without the hair, balding.
Especially in my kid.
Yeah.
For me, Iron Maiden is the main one. Judas Priest. Growing up with a lot of influence from my dad's into music as well. So Rammstein, Korn, System of a Down again. Thank you. Why is it when we mention System of a Down, the hat gets hacked? And then when I got into my teens, I discovered like Bullet for My Valentine and music more like that, sort of metalcore sort of stuff. So quite all on the same line, but sort of quite varied subgenre wise.
Give it a couple of years, you'll be as bald as Robin.
Hey!
Yeah. So, who got you into music? Was it a family member, or was it a friend, or was it somebody completely different?
What do you mean as an artist or in general, just listening?
Just in general, who got you into music in general?
Yeah, it would definitely just be parents. I think like a soundtrack from your film that you like because you might like that soundtrack or whatever. And then they give you the light stuff, and then you move on to the heavier things through like Metal Hammer and stuff. Self-discovery.
Yeah.
Not fair. Well, what got me into music is my dad used to listen to this radio station. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a good radio station. And I just like, I've always been into metal. I've always been into the heavier side of music. And that's what kind of kicked off what I've become now. I'm a big fan of Iron Maiden, Motorhead, and you know they were all played on that radio station. So I don't know what radio station it is, but thank you, whatever radio station it is. Where's my beer? All the way over there.
Taking up the phone. I'm sorry. Hold it. My stepdad was a bassist, and he's been playing in a cover band for as long as I've known. But the first time I actually knew that I wanted to play music was when I was listening to the Wild Hearts. That was the time when I started my first band. Initially, I was going to be a front man, but then they sort of shunned me and got a female singer. So I jumped on the bass, and I've never looked back since.
Yeah, cool.
For me, a lot of it, I think, was a lot of it was from my dad's influence. He grew up listening to, I think his first ever band was then Iron Maiden, so a lot of that passed down to me. But I also got quite sort of varied influences from my mum as well, such as like Cure and things like that. So that's where a lot of it came from. A lot of it was just in long car journeys where there was just CDs on. So a lot like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, who actually inspired you to become a musician? Was it one of the say, for instance, was it Iron Maiden who got you into music, into playing an instrument, or was it a family member?
No, it was the solo from Hot Stuff by Donna Summer. It just sounded so cool, and from there, it's a great song. As well. We cover it as well. We cover it for the
Which we do perform live as well.
Oh yeah.
If you're lucky, done that. Yeah.
If you're lucky, and Tom's got his hot pants, show him off.
If I've got my pants
Yeah,
on,
if Tom's got his hot pants on.
Everything up then.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Oh,
Give it some hot stuff. And I think from there, just my guitar teacher's influence, a lot of good guitarists came from the 80s, so I got played 80s songs, possibly a bit of White Snake. I have to find that one. But developed from there. I think my current one is probably Zach Blackwell. Like when I've heard his playing, I think it's awesome. Like his solo and technique and everything. So I'd say he's quite a big influence. Maybe when I want to play guitar.
Cool.
So I started off, I wanted to be a guitarist, but I was proper shit. Like he told me, he was like I shouldn't have had alcohol before this, you know. But he told me, he said you're probably better playing the drums. So I played the drums and I was good, and that's what got me into being a drummer. And I will say I've never looked back ever since. It's a good commitment, and I'm glad that I banged the drum.
You two keep saying you will never look back, but you were ever allowed to look back. You know, were you ever allowed back?
No, he didn't like me really.
There we go.
my main influence was my stepdad. He got me into playing the bass when I started this band, and I ended up playing bass. And a lot of my influences playing bass. It's mostly punk influences. It's Motley Crue. It's a lot easier. I mean, it's probably harder playing more than one drum.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's only one person in this band that only played bass, and that's Tom, because he can play 2 more strings than I can.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got your own style playing.
Yeah,
very unique.
I can only just play the one bites the dust. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, only just.
Right, that's it. I'm on
Only
London.
Yeah. Sorted.
That's what they call Phil guitarist, though, isn't it? Bassist.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit.
Well, don't you say it?
Yeah.
Drummers and bassists sit together.
Yeah, we do.
That's also what they call people who hang around with musicians, isn't it?
Oh!
Drummers. And then there's me who can't play anything, so I just make a lot of noise in my mouth. Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Finish, and then you fill in it all minute.
Yeah.
Put your yourself down as songwriting.
yeah, basically. No, so I mean, I've tried lots of different instruments in the past. Not very good at it. Too heavy-handed and far too clumsy. But I've been singing since I was a kid. I was in a choir at school. There's a lot more quaint than the music we make now. But I never really had the confidence to do it. And then I got to uni, and me and a few mates got together, and we sort of had a joke about starting a band, and then we ended up starting a band, and then that's how I first got into singing in a band, which wasn't this one, but that's how I first got into doing it properly.
Yeah. We've got sort of a comment about Tom. And it says, from Jack Jack, you should perform a show in them hot pants.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
We're going to force him to if we don't want him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not getting away out of it.
Yeah, give us a spin again since Jack wanted to see him. This is huge, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, turn around. It's not much room. Yeah, look at that. That's full coyote, that.
Coyote. 100% coyote.
That's good, Jack.
Yeah. So, were you in any bands prior to Silk Spinster?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there's a very tough band with the talk about because I don't want this to which is yours as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the collision point, I guess.
Yeah, collision point counts. Yeah.
Yeah, that went well.
Yeah.
I met some good guys, and I could carry them to places.
Yeah. If Richard's watching, this one's for you, man.
Yeah, it's still going. Just looking for new members.
Yeah, the first band I was in was ETA 10 Seconds. We were playing ringside probably 3 times a month until we split up. And then, that's how me and Tom met. We met in Bullet Trail, and we did a few times. We went to Bradford.
Met you at the pub. Oh no, I didn't go to Bradford. You guys had already done that thing.
I thought you were there.
No, I wasn't.
You were definitely there because the guitarist didn't turn up.
I played with you at Riley's.
And that's when the guitarist didn't turn up.
Did you not? All right. I don't know why it sounded nice.
Whose turn is it? I don't know. Me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go. Yeah, I used to be in a band called Ricochet originally, which was sort of like a Brit pop. Don't you start smiling? It was like a Brit pop kind of band,
and then it turned into Silk Spinster.
Pretty much, yeah. I was also in Collision Point for a little bit with Tom. That's about it for bands. I've sung on a few other things, but never bands, just like musical projects sort of thing.
Yeah. I've only ever played 2 bands. 2 Dead Dogs. Yeah, you interviewed me the other week.
Yeah.
But yeah, Silk Spinster as well. Yeah, that's it for me. I've had like solo projects, but they've all been a bit shit, so I've never released them. But yeah, apart from that, that's about it.
I'm really sorry I nodded when you said they were all a bit shit.
Yeah, because yeah. I mean, for me,
we don't know if they were shit.
Yeah.
For me, when you said it, I was thinking of like my solo shit, and I'm like, yeah, that was diabolical.
I don't know my solo stuff.
No, I don't believe it's shit. Right? Okay.
Just me shrieking about how bad my life was, but then I realised it was good.
All I can do
compared to these guys.
Yeah, all that from a man who lives under the stairs.
Yeah, I sleep under the
He's
stairs.
like Harry Potter.
I do.
That's true.
Except
As well,
less
that's not a
magic.
joke.
My dad modified my stairs. He like dug it up and then like made a hatch, and I live under the stairs.
I wish it were a joke. It's not.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
Or a goblin.
Or a goblin.
Or a goblin. Or a squatter. One or the other.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what has the band been up to, especially over say this last year or so?
I'm running in a
Well,
I'm not mad at him.
we've just been. So Kai's quit getting us gigs. Somebody else is up to that now.
Not true.
But
Alright.
we have been gigging. We've been to Nottingham. We've been to Wake. No, we haven't. We're going to Wakefield.
No,
We're
not
going
yet.
to Wakefield.
We've been to Sheffield. We've been to Sheffield a couple of times.
Nottingham, yeah.
I've said that.
Well, I'll listen to you. Nottingham.
Yeah,
I don't think you said it.
I don't think you said it either. That fucking missed.
That was shit. We got
That
dropped.
was shit.
I thought drummers and bassists were unified.
We are unified.
Too bad.
We've been to Sheffield a couple of times. We headlined West Street Live last month or the month before?
Something like that.
And we
We were the first time we played, and then they realised these guys should be the top band because they were top band.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Top band material. You heard it here first.
Just like,
From our very own
pretty
side.
impressive.
Yeah.
Of the Monday.
Yeah.
That he was great there.
But we spoke about the ones in Hollywood. I want to
No.
I did forget to say how awesome we are.
We like to go to Springbank Tavern a lot. We've been there a few times. It's a great venue. And we've just been writing.
Yeah.
Well,
We did a Delphi as well.
Adelphi, we did Adelphi.
We headlined Heaven and Hall at Delphi.
O'Reilly's, well, before I joined, you played.
We headlined
back
that.
there on the 29th of May.
Yeah.
Anyone who was watching, turn up.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket.
Turn
Now,
up.
buy a ticket. Do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, writing. In the midst of recording stuff to release as well.
Yeah, we've been recording non-stop.
So, hopefully, waiting for a release and a good time to release. Got some merch on the way as well. So, it'll be good.
You know what I've got?
Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned you've been writing some new material. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Are you going to be sort of like going into the studio anytime soon to actually record some stuff, or to put like either out or as singles or an EP or an album?
Oh, we are in Spinster Studio now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Spinster HQ right now.
This is Spinster.
Yep.
We have been recording some demos.
There we go. Look at that. Soundproofing.
Thank you. We have been recording some demos.
Big Mars, mate.
Stop touching my butt.
I'm sorry, Will.
We have been recording a lot of stuff. We've wrote a few new songs recently.
It's not about pirates.
No.
Yeah.
Not about pirates. No, but we have been recording some new songs. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a lot.
We've got a lot of new stuff coming up.
Yeah, lots of fun riffs as well.
a
Courtesy of Tom.
lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Catchy stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think we
Cool.
do.
We do, yeah.
We've
Yeah,
done
I mean, we've
serious stuff about.
we've recorded
Yeah.
a cover of "Living La Vida Loca," and we were talking about doing our Donna Summer cover.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's some more that we could. Maybe Tragedy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I need a hero.
I need a hero.
Yeah. Get Kyle.
There we go. There we go.
That'd be awesome.
Another song from Shrek.
Yeah, it has to be the Shrek
Yeah.
version.
Any song that's been in Shrek, we're going to
Yeah.
cover.
Oh yeah.
I'll be on stage dressed as Shrek. You can be Puss in Boots.
Well, fuck it.
A master back one. Master
It is things for sure, yeah. Yeah.
Because you're yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Is it any plans on releasing the time scale of some of these releases?
Well, we're just sort of recording stuff as we go along. We've got a couple of tracks that should be due for release in sort of maybe 2 or 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
So just keep an ear out. Really, it's stuff we've had in the pipeline for a long time. It's stuff we've been playing for a long time.
September's a good release time.
Sometimes it's really fun.
Yeah, because it's like after all, you keep
Yeah.
period, and it's far away enough now that if you go to it, people will forget.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
our answer to that is September's a good release time. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quote someone more.
If it's not September,
Pom pom.
either before or after September.
You
Exactly.
didn't say the year, and that's what that is.
Precisely, September. Not saying a year. September.
Could be 2025.
Exactly.
Could be. But it's not going to be. It'll be sooner than
That's
that.
all right.
It'll be
Yeah,
2026. Alright.
You mentioned that you're going to be playing some gigs coming up in like the end of the month and going in like into June. Are you going to any other? Are you going to be doing any other gigs?
So we're doing. We're playing in Wakefield. We're headlining Wakefield this
All right.
weekend. And after that, the weekend after that, we are supporting a band called Harsh with
Alice in Thunderland.
Alice in Thunderland.
Yeah, there we go.
And then after that, we at Springbank Tavern again.
We're at Springbank Tavern.
Yeah.
Springbank Tavern.
We're at Springbank Tavern again. And then after that, we are doing a social club for the bikers. It's a bikers club. We'll be going there playing for them.
Yeah, he missed one. Before we're a social club, we're doing the New Clarence.
Oh yeah, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Which is a relatively big one. It's with Rock Union. It's a showcase. So if you go to that one, we're gonna have programs and stuff. It's gonna be a special one.
I'm going to be dressed as Skeletor. Get you down. Get yourself down there. See me dressed as that.
You can hold it.
We were supposed to play there a few last month, I think it was. Was it last month?
Yep.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was last month, and we were supposed to play there, but I think it was
Me and you.
Yeah, it was us. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is a biker festival as well.
Yeah, us two got COVID,
we
so
got COVID and we had to cancel, but it's been postponed, and that'll be on the 10th of August.
yep,
Is
you're
that
correct.
right?
Yeah,
So we'll be there at 10th of August, but obviously I think there's quite a few things popping up here and there, so I think just keep an ear out, just get on the Facebook page, have a look, because I think there's a few more things that are going to be popping up as well.
That was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a question from a YouTube user. Why Silk Spinster? What's with the name?
Well, that's Kai.
That is
That's Kai's
me.
fault. It's mainly because Hull is associated with spidery things. We've got spiders. We've got spiders. The nightclub, Rock nightclub. And we've got spiders from Mars, who were David Bowie's band, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of that tire.
Like, It was Kai's idea.
I'm answering for him.
Yeah.
Kai came up with the idea. It was basically taking all the things that Hull is known for with pop control.
Yeah.
Spiders, the nightclub,
Spiders. Them big fuck up house spiders that run across your bed.
Yeah, we get all
3
them
a.m. in the
all the
morning.
time. I saw one yesterday. That big fan.
I
There you
attacked
go.
one the other day with a remote.
Don't do that.
Why? Been a wreck.
Might change your chances. Yeah, it was mainly based off of like themed on Hull, that type of thing, but it just sounded cool. that was it. I thought it sounded good and sort of had an idea for a theme, like a mascot, it all sort of fell into place. So I remember the band at the time, which actually was not these chaps,
Yeah, we're not original.
not original, but but yeah, they didn't like it, and I was just like, "Stop for doing it." But these guys like it. He gets to wear spikes and he gets to wear hot pants, so we're all winners.
At the end of the day, I think this is the
Definitive, yeah.
This is the
The definitive lineup, yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Yeah, this is definitely what Silk Spinster is, Yeah. Agreed.
Cool. Yeah. So where can people find you on the social media? I know you've got a Facebook page, but have you got a Twitter? Have you got sort of like Instagram type of thing?
Yeah, so we've got pretty much everything. We've got a Twitter we don't use, and I need to start using more often. We've got Insta, which is up to date. We've got YouTube, which is probably the best place to hear us. We have a terrible demo on Spotify. Don't listen to it, but it's on there.
Do you know what? The last gig we played, the majority of the people that came and listened to the demo, and they were singing the old backing vocals.
Yeah,
and that was amazing.
It didn't leave, which is just good.
Yeah, it was very surreal. The last time we played at Delphi was the first time we've had these guys. The last time we played at Delphi was the first time we've had the audience sing back those songs without us having to song. It was very unusual. It was because of that demo. So yeah, it's definitely a love-hate relationship over that thing, but it served the purpose at the time. Yeah. So yeah, we're pretty much everywhere, but YouTube if you want to hear us, and then Facebook and Instagram if you don't.
If you want to see it.
Instagram if you want to see it.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Or just me.
Yeah. First thing in the morning, we're all doing that.
Exactly.
Cool. So this will be my sort of like last question, unless anybody else in the chat wants to has got any more questions. So let us know now, and we can ask them after this last one of mine. Yeah. So, any advice for people who want to become musicians?
That was a joke. Mate. You go first. I was supposed to agree with you. No, don't do that. It's on the edge of a thought.
Well, I think the worst thing is it's not about what you do, it's just who you know.
Yeah, that is.
So, I'd say like if you really want to do it, you're best off just going into some sort of musical class, even if you don't give a shit about what it's about. You're gonna meet people that whose parents or producers and all sort of crap.
That does help.
That's the only way to hammer yourself in, because unless your parents know the scene in there, you're shit.
Because we don't know that many people.
Okay. If you want to be a musician,
who's talented? Everyone gather around.
Just do it.
Just do it.
It don't matter about
if
you want to go anywhere. It really doesn't matter. It's the enjoyment. That's
why
we do what we do. We enjoy what we do. Okay?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, we enjoy what we do. Like, we dress up and we like to put on a bit of theatrics when we play. But if you want to play an instrument and you want to be a musician, do it. Yeah,
just do
it.
Yeah, just do it.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do it as a full-time job if you don't want to. If you enjoy it, just go for it.
Yeah.
Fun. But if you want to attain success as in a band or anything, then it is the people that you know.
This
Yeah,
guy, he's very
Go it,
pessimistic.
go it. Do it. Do it. My number one advice:
Just do
don't
it.
be
It's
too
fun.
harsh on yourself.
No.
Do it and don't be too harsh. If on you yourself, enjoy it, because then do it. If you want to go somewhere,
Just
then
do it.
You need to know people. Apparently, you need to know people. I mean, but no. Yeah, just do it.
You know, how did I find you?
How do you find me?
Yeah,
We poached each other for each other's bands.
yeah.
I
I was already in a band, so
I needed a guitarist, so I said to you, "Hey, come play for me," and you said, "We need a singer. Come sing for us."
Mhm.
So in like the same week,
Just go play music. Be happy.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So in the same week, I went and sang for you, and you came and played guitar for us.
Yeah.
That's how we met. It was this weird trade of.
It's the Silk Trail. You guys were really shocked that I hadn't been in a band before. I wasn't in any bands with my
Yeah.
ability, and in fact,
Well,
I
that's
didn't
true.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know any people being like,
Yeah.
guitarist.
Jesus
Oh!
Whoa, he's going down.
Wow!
He's,
Anyway,
Didn't know that.
yeah, he's getting his colours to the mast on this one. He is.
And I'm just here apparently. I just
yeah,
joined.
James,
Yeah, when
we
did
love
you
you.
start?
I love you too.
How long have you been playing?
How long have I been playing drums for?
Yeah.
8 years, but only 3, seriously. Like, I could bang a drum alright for about a year, but only 3 for like 3 I could like do like all the crazy shit, but
I hope you use protection. So.
I did use protection on a side. I need them because I'm prone to dropping my sticks, but usually I got my gloves on and they're like grippy, not what the fuck did I try and say? They're grippy, they have grippers on it.
Grippy whippy.
Grippy whippy.
yeah, first couple of sessions, really had, didn't it? You know, no protection there. It really chucked around
It was
the bench.
raw.
Yeah. Very small.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, if you want to do music, just do it. Start, see where you end up. Unless you're Tom, in which case, prowl the nightclubs, make connections, and
Strip club. Meet Will.
yeah, be an industry
Will.
plant or something if you're Tom. I don't know, but otherwise,
Yeah.
just give it a go.
Where you guys
Where you take guy out in your life.
Right, right. I think that might be about it. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this interview. It's been an absolute pleasure. Been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Catch you all later, guys.
Cheers. See you later.